Thank you. Commissioners? Questions, concerns?
Now as good as time as any.
Commissioner Lewis?
Yeah, so drugs. We had a war on drugs. Put a bunch of people in prison. It's poverty. Why don't we ever have a drug? We have a war on drugs, war on crime. We lock people up, mainly black and brown people. We've never had a war on poverty. Why? Why don't we try to lift people up instead of locking them up? I've been here a little over 2 years, and I think it's time for me to now resign this position because I just don't like the point. I'm solution-based. That's how I work. I haven't heard you talk about the credible messengers that have showed up at multiple probation outreaches. The most recent was the day before yesterday in Pasadena to work side by side with you. And I asked for this. Let's work as a team. We're all stakeholders. These are our children. It may not be our biological children, but they're children of the County of Los Angeles that have done bad things, but that does not make them bad people. What makes credible messengers different? It's the fact that we went through hell first. I was at Los Padrinos many years ago, and I remember having to have some fights and getting locked up, and then later I ended up in prison. And now here I sit, home 13 years, doing nothing but trying to make our communities better. For me, I'd rather use my time, which is the most valuable asset I have, to find solutions. And I thought this was the platform I could do it on, but the pointing fingers back and forth just doesn't help. The report, for instance, I'll show you something helpful. This POC put out a report. Barry J got a chance to read it, and they adjusted, and they changed. And now you have credible messengers, DMH, and probation staff working together. That's a solution. The report was put out before it was ever read here, and staff had an opportunity to do something about it. So in those instances, you see the usefulness of it. The usefulness of what you did and what I did and what we should do. No. The reality of it is this. We live in a county that has an economy bigger than most of our states. I was in Puerto Rico 2 weeks ago in their juvenile facilities. You know what broke my heart? I stood in the back and I'm like, damn, this is just like being inside our facilities. A territory that's very poor after Maria destroyed their economy has all of the same things we have. Some college programs, TVs, but not the transformational type of programming like in New Beginnings. When you are able to go into these facilities across the country and in different territories and you see these things and you work constantly for years and years and years to find the solutions, it's not that I'm just taking credible messenger side. I got a partner, I'm not gonna say his name, close family friend that works for probation, does an incredible job. What does he say? We need more of y'all in here. We're not here to take jobs. We're here to work side by side with you because these are all of our children. And if we can't figure this out without attacking each other, without pointing blame and saying, okay, what are the solutions? Let's execute these solutions. One of the solutions that still has never come was putting a airport scanner in front of these two facilities. Think about it. The camps are all operating correctly. It's really just two of our facilities that we have to figure out. If you think about it, if that's the case, then let's figure that part out. Not as enemies, not as adversaries, but as people that want the same thing for my own biological children. I want for these young people that are inside. Do we still hold them accountable for the things that they did? Absolutely. But we don't torture them. We don't dehumanize them. We don't approach them without compassion and understanding. We treat them the same way we would treat our own sons and daughters. And so today is going to be my last day here as a probation oversight commissioner. Take this as my resignation. It's been an honor to work with you. I just can't be on a commission that is constantly attacked, but also attacks. And I definitely don't like to be yelled at. So with that said, let's consider all working together to transform this system into one that's based on empathy, compassion, and the belief of second chance in human beings, especially our young ones. God bless, take care.
Thank you. Commissioners? Questions, concerns?